Hi friends, here we are today on Growing Up Citrus, and I am Shannon, and we are here in the beautiful Citrus County Historical Museum, the old courthouse, and this is the second floor, which is the old courtroom, and it's really a great place. You might want to come see it when you come here to the museum. Today who we have though to talk to is Mr. Rocky Hensley. How are you?
Good, Shannon.
Good, and he's going to share with us hopefully maybe just a few memories and things like what it was like to grow up in Citrus County. I mentioned to you, I said you were born in Citrus County, and you said, well, yes, but Brooksville, because Inverness didn't have a hospital then.
That's correct, Shannon. Of course, back then, you were either, we've always said, you're kind of born at home, or you were born on the road trying to get to a hospital because we did not have one here, and I was born in Brooksville. And just as soon as they released Mom and I, we came back to Citrus County. It's been here ever since.
Been here ever since. Now your family, like you said, they've been here for quite some time, and the family, your mother was a Voss?
Yep, my mother's maiden name was a Voss, and they came from England back in the probably middle 1800s. Was Caleb Voss and his parents, and I think there was 7 brothers. And when they got here to the States, they all went in different directions. And of course, my grandfather ended up here in Citrus County, worked for the railroad.
Very cool. Yes, the railroad was one of the things that came through here and got everything going and all the industry and stuff. And beforehand, we were sitting talking, telling a bunch of stories and things. What are some of the things you remember that maybe the people watching that have just now been growing up in Citrus County, it isn't here anymore? So when we talk about the old grifts or the old something, it's kind of hard for some of us that weren't here back then to know what you were talking about. So what are some of the things that you can remember?
Well, we just talked, as we were mentioning and talking earlier, one thing, of course, being here in the historic courthouse, here in this courtroom where they filmed Elvis Presley, did his movie. My mother was in the courtroom scene here in the Elvis Presley movie. And she's still with us and just turned 90 and still doing great. So doing very good. Here in Inverness, of course, where I've grown up and I spent my entire life living in Inverness, we used to have the city pool, which was a big thing way back then, and many of us learned how to swim in the city pool. It's no longer here. Valerie Theater, which is next door, spent many a day being dropped off on Saturday. Mom giving me 25 cents, spent all day. End of the day, rode my bicycle home. The house we lived in had no air conditioning, would have the windows open at night, never locked the doors, never had any issues with any of those type of situations we worry about today. But still, I can say here in Citrus County, it is a safe place, great place to live, and wouldn't live anywhere else. Yep,
I was just going to say, we have a lot of people that have stayed here and grown up, and they've grown old here. 109, 106, some of our people here are from. So not only do we grow good things as far as vegetables and all kinds of things here in Citrus County, we also grow some good character and some long-living people here.
We do. My family, especially on my mom's side, they're 4th generation Floridians. My grandmother was born in Micanopy, my mother was born in Archer, and then just all throughout Florida. My grandfather came up from the Putnam County area up in Jacksonville area. My father's side of the family, the Hensleys, they originated from Kentucky, came here back in the 40s and brought some of the first heavy equipment into Citrus County. And my grandfather did a lot of the dredging up in Hernando around the River Lakes Manor area.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Now you yourself have gone into the banking business.
Believe it or not, looking back, I never would have thought I would ever got into banking, but got into banking back in the early 70s. Been in it now going over 40 years. Started out with a family-owned bank with Ed Garrett's and Citizens First National Bank.
Yes, I
transitioned to Sun Bank, which became Sun Trust with Jim Kimbrough and longtime Hernando County family with Alfred McKeithen. Went to work for Center State Bank for a little while, which was a Florida bank. And now I'm at Brandon Bank, which is, they're celebrating 90 years of being in the banking business and strictly family owned, and that's very unusual nowadays. So I'll be able to end my career with a community bank.
Absolutely, and that's wonderful, because I was going to say, you don't mention banking in Citrus County that the Brandon name doesn't come up, so that family as well is just phenomenal with the things they do for the community. And they've kept that, you know, the father, the son, they've kept it going through, you know, through all these different times that come and go, and whether the economy is good or bad. And it's a wonderful thing to have, especially when you know the people holding on to your money.
Yep, been a
Just
big part of Citrus County, yes.
You want to know the people growing your food, and you definitely want to know the people holding on to your money. So.
But, you know, you're talking a little bit about Citrus County. You know, Dennis Miller and I, we were talking earlier also. We remember back in the days when Crystal River and Citrus used to be the only high schools, and the rivalry that existed. We always said that 491, which is kind of the middle of the county, you were always never supposed to cross the other side to go date the other girls on the other side, or you got in trouble. So that was always kind of the dividing line of where we were. But of course now we have other high schools and schools that have propped up, and Citrus County, I mean, again, it's just a great place to live. Being in the banking business, many folks that I interact with, ask them why they're here. It's because of the quality of life. It's because of our nature that we have, the lakes, the streams, the Gulf, bicycling, kayaking, on and on and on. You're an hour and a half away from anything you want to do, and we are able to live and work here in Citrus County.
And I find that a lot of the people also that used to come here as children, even if they weren't born here, they came here and visited their grandparents as children or whatnot, and now they've come back to live here again. So this place definitely has a spirit that calls you back to it. So.
Yep, I'm blessed. My wife and I, we've lived here. We have 2 daughters and 4 grandchildren, and all of them live here in Citrus County.
That's wonderful. Well, I personally am honored to know you and to have known you through these years, and I thank you for coming on today and telling us just a little bit about what it was like to grow up here in Citrus County.
Appreciate it.